for most issuers, you will get one inquiry if you apply for more than one card on the same day. Now, there are people that are going to be out there that are going to tell you, well, if you apply for one in incognito mode, or if you do it simultaneously on two different browsers, I've seen it all. Don't believe the hype. Not worth the drama. Not worth the headache. Hola, mi gente. Joe Barreto back with you on 850 Club Credit. I'm so glad you can join me. Well, mi gente, if you go searching on YouTube, you're going to find a lot of information on credit cards, credit card hacks, applications, and so on. But there's also a lot of misinformation out there. And today I want to help clarify one of those. And that is it possible to open up more than one card and only get one hard inquiry? So today I'm going to tell you fact from fiction. I'm going to go over which issuers are better to do that with and which ones you should stay away from. So if that sounds good to you, sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. So, as I said, if you go onto YouTube and you go and you search and you find out which card issuers are best to get more than one credit card, or can you get 2 and 3 with only one hard pull or no inquiries, you're going to get some people out there that are just going to be, telling you a big story. And I'm not here to do that with you. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is, it is possible to open up more than one credit card and just get one inquiry. But it's how you go about it and with who you go about it that makes the difference. So first and foremost, right out the gate, the first issuer that I can tell you from personal experience, from over 36 years of having them as an issuer, is American Express. Once you apply for an American Express card and they do that one hard inquiry on you, you can apply again and they're only going to do soft pulls or, no inquiry whatsoever showing up on your account. Okay? American Express is the only one that you know for a fact will do that. There are other issuers that, depending on the type of card you're opening, won't report. But Amex does that with the personal and business cards. So they will check the first time, but not the second, third, and fourth time. So if you're looking to open up more than one card and you're going to do it rapidly, so let's say either on the same day or the next day, you want to make sure it's Amex, because Amex won't pull the second time or the third time on you. So first and foremost, Amex is good to go. Now, the other type of card, and this is kind of weird that I'm even going to bring it up, but it still counts as a credit card, are any secured cards that you might apply for. So if it's a secured card from Discover, from CapitalOne, from Bank of America, and so on, you're not going to get a credit card pull or an inquiry because you're using your own money to back up the money that's in that account that they're lending you to use, and you're using it to build your credit. So any secured cards you want to apply for will not result in a hard pull or a credit inquiry, okay? Now, I'm going to ask you to forgive me because I have a lot of notes here in front of me, but I want to make sure that I give you the right information because each issuer is different, and that is key, okay? So I'm going to go down the list of the top issuers out there, what their requirements are, and what you need to do in order to apply for more than one card and avoid that one pull. So one of those, I already told you about American Express, you're good to go. Barclays. Now, Barclays is an anomaly here. Barclays is so hit or miss, and I'm going to be real honest with you. If it's a business card, Barclays is very difficult to get a business card with Barclays. They might run your credit on the personal side, because if you have a new business or if you're using your social security number and not an LLC or an EIN number, they might pull from your personal credit. So with Barclays, I would tread lightly and apply for one card at a time, and I would space that out 90 days, okay? That's what I would do with Barclays. Now, Bank of America, as it says right here off their website, all credit inquiries for personal and business within 30 days will be combined, which is rare. A lot of times a credit card issuer will take personal cards and business cards and separate them and do their own inquiries either on the personal or business side.
If you're looking to get funding for your business with no minimum credit score required, this includes term loans, equipment finance, and even fix and flip loans as well. To learn more, scan this QR code or click the link in the description below. Now back to the video.
What they're doing at Bank of America, if you open up more than one card with Bank of America within those 30 days, they'll combine those inquiries for you together, okay? So that's key for you to know. Chase. Now, Chase is the biggest bank out there, right? So credit inquiries for all personal Chase cards within the same day will result in one credit inquiry. Now, if you notice, here's the theme, guys. For most issuers, you will get one inquiry if you apply for more than one card on the same day. Now, there are people that are going to be out there that are going to tell you, well, if you apply for one in incognito mode, or if you do it simultaneously on two different browsers, I've seen it all. Don't believe the hype. Not worth the drama, not worth the headache. You don't want to get yourself into a situation that you can't get out of. So just do yourself a favor. And if you're thinking about applying for two Chase cards and you do it on the same day, you'll be able to only get one credit inquiry from Chase. Now, Citibank, applications for Citi cards will result in one pull and they will not be combined with the business card. So in other words, if you did two personal cards on the same day with Citi, you're fine. But if you do a personal and a business, they're going to pull from both. So keep that in mind. And because remember, even though you're opening up a business card, some issuers, and this is the next one I'm going to jump into right now, CapitalOne will pull from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, your three major bureaus. CapitalOne, for one credit card application, will pull from all three. Let that sink in for a minute. You're applying for one card, and instead of them just hitting up Experian, because a lot of banks do that, it's regional. So if you live in the Northeast, some might tend to use, let's say, TransUnion more than they use Equifax. If you live in the South, they might use Experian. But no, CapitalOne wants to be special, and they're going to pull whether it's a personal card or a business card from all three at the same time. So that's a tough one to swallow, okay? Keep that in mind, especially if you're trying to get multiple cards from CapitalOne. Now, they're going to tell you, CapitalOne, and I have it right here, they'll approve you for only one card in 6 months. But let's say you wanted to do a personal and a business, they're still going to pull twice on you. And those 2 times will result in 6 different hard pulls, which is a lot, because then when you look back at your credit report, you're going to run into that problem. So I'm telling you right now, whether it's CapitalOne and even Discover, if you do 2 Discover applications in one day, you're only going to get 1 credit inquiry, but it will not approve you for more than 1 credit card if you're doing one every 12 months, which is kind of weird. But Discover also doesn't have that large of a portfolio of cards, if you think about it, right? Whereas you have Bank of America, if you don't have an account, a checking or a savings account with Bank of America, you can only have 3 cards open at any one given time within that 12-month period, or they will deny you. And not just from them, but from, any of the issuers. If you have an account open, then they raise that up to 7 cards in 12 months. So they won't deny you if you have 7 cards opened in 12 months if you have a relationship with them, which is the other thing here. I always say this in every single video I drop. Having a banking relationship with the issuer that you're trying to get some sort of product from, be it a credit card, a personal loan, a business loan, and so on, have that banking relationship with them first, because that's going to give you a better opportunity to score the application, pass it, get the card or get the loan, and get it at the best interest rate that's out there and available and the best terms. So that's huge. And you need to keep that in mind when you're doing your research on which card you should apply for. Now and it's not a hack, but like I said earlier, the only one that really won't fit into this is going to be CapitalOne. But if you're applying for a personal and a business card, most issuers, for instance, Chase, Amex, Citibank will not report that business card you opened to your personal credit file, even if you don't use an LLC. An LLC is a limited liability corporation. And that, when you open that up with your business, it gives you what they call an EIN number, similar to your social security number, but it's used for your business side. So if you're doing it with your business, it won't report to your personal. But here's the thing, Chase, Citi, and Amex, even if you use your social and you open it up as what we call a sole proprietor, because it's a business card, they will not report it to your personal side. The only time that you will get a hard pull on a personal side is if your business is less than a year old, if you don't even have a business checking account, if you're brand new and you're just trying to apply and you're using your social, you might get a pull because they need to make sure that they could secure that amount that they're trying to lend you using their credit cards and their products. So they need to make sure that they can back that up with your accounts. That's not on a business side, that's on a personal side, because you haven't established the business history yet. So mi gente, all I can tell you is this. First and foremost, there really should be no reason why you want to open up more than one card in one day, in 10 days, in 30 days. I know a lot of people in this space, people that have 30, 40, 50 cards, say they do it, and they've done it. And I've actually applied for 2 different cards in one day. That was last year. I did the Wells Fargo autograph and the Citibank Strata Premier card. I opened them up within 5 minutes of each other, but they were different bank issuers, and my credit was pulled from each one. But I knew that going in, and I knew I didn't have a problem with the increase affecting my credit score. So it wasn't a problem for me. I wanted to see if it was doable, okay? I did it so that you don't have to. But the reality is, a lot of us that are not in this space, a lot of us that just want to, go sub hunting and get points and stuff like that, I'm not into that. I'm telling you right now, open up the cards that you need right here, right now. Use it for the intended purposes. If you need a personal card and a business card simultaneously, do that in the same day. That should not be an issue, okay? But, don't fall for the people that you see online that say, do this hack and open up 3 and 4 cards, because you're not going to be happy when all your alerts go off that somebody was looking into your credit or that this new account was opened, and then your credit score takes a hit and a half and drops 30, 40, 50 points because you opened up so much credit in such a short period of time. So mi gente, as always, I thank you for being here. You could have been everywhere else, but you chose to be here. But more than anything else, I thank you for giving me the privilege of your time. Until next time, mi gente, take care.